Hey guys, Thursday, June 20th, wanted to go over Bitcoin. It's been a while since I've done an update, so let's see what's cooking with regards to the spectrum cycle analysis. So this is the weekly. I'm using data all the way to going around 2015 to current prices. And there's a few things I want to show you. First off, the dominant cycle is 126. It's pretty much this one down here, but I'm going to show you the one that will show on the plot. This is the 176 cycle, and we just hit a peak somewhere around May 6th-ish. And now this cycle is pointing down. We're going to hit a trough, and this might fluctuate because these are dynamic cycles, December of 2025. You can see this kind of reflecting the same thing here. So on the weekly, this is the dominant cycle. Does it have to go down? It could. I've seen it also go sideways. So it could go two paths, either down, sideways, actually three, or ignore it and continue pushing higher. So those are the options there. If you want to go a little fractal, I'm noticing some things on the 30, which is a little more fractal, as you can see. Sometimes it doesn't work, but it picked this peak here. Cycle went down. It kind of went sideways to lower. And now we're hitting a peak here, and then this cycle goes down to September. So it's not going to go, if it's going to go down, it's not going to go down in one shot. This one will probably maybe fluctuate within this cycle. This is the 30, this is 26. And you can see that they're hitting peaks. The 30 is about to peak, and cycle's already pushing down. The price action, there's a 19. I mean, but this is fractal. I'm kind of, iffy about it, but I figure I'll just show it to you. But the big one is the 76. So let's look at the daily to see what's cooking there. Okay, so this is the daily cycle, or the daily chart, I may say. And I'm going all the way back to 2019, using pretty much 5 years of data. And just see what's important here. So first off, I'm going to go with the bigger one. It's not as strong, but I want to show it to you. The 374 hits a trough low around October of 2024. This one is not as important, but this is the biggest one. The one that's probably showing the most strength here is the 270. And that one hits a low around, or trough around July the 23rd of this year. So we got more to go. And then there's some little smaller ones that I'm monitoring. I don't know if they're going to start getting influence or not. Is the 213. This one, you can see that it's about to bottom out right here around the 23rd. So is it the 23rd, and then the 270. The 270s around July. Yeah, okay, so that's the July. The 213, it's this month around the 23rd. 24th around there. It hits the trough, and then this cycle goes low, and you can see that we've just been going sideways. So can this start lifting it up? We'll see. If we take out that high, maybe this was going to get some influence there. So that's the 213. And then there's the 185, which is this one right here. This one has way to go. It hits a trough around July, so it kind of lines up with the 270s, very close. I'm going to do a composite of those two. Yeah, so that's pretty close. But the strongest one here is the 270, which is this one. So I guess we're very close to a bottom and then a rally up. So if we start pushing lower and maybe test these lows between June and July, maybe there could be a possibility where it could rally and do another leg higher. But know that the weekly cycles are pointing down. So maybe every rally could be a dead cat bounce. I'm just putting my opinion out there if the weekly cycle is going to play out. Okay, so let's look at market profile on Bitcoin. You can see that there is a value area high of 65.62, and we're at 66. The trend is still up. And that's the big picture. Let's see if that would hold. That 65 value area high. On the weekly, we're already at the value area high of 65.15, and the low of this week was 64. there's a lot of support here. You can see it right here in this area. It hasn't gone down there, and especially around here in this area. You probably got a pivot high here that it's reflecting with this area right here. Looking at our daily, you can see that we're hovering. This is what, a year chart? Yep. So there's a lot of support here. You can see that it found support right here. That's 56 area. And the point of control, which is 66, that's what we're battling out right now. Price action is at 66.30. And the bulls and bears are just trying to stay above this value area high 74. Value area high of 61. So there's a lot of support here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the bulls would try to push it higher here. But knowing the cycles, we know that the weekly are toppy over here. Now we got to see if we start seeing lower lows and lower highs. Maybe the weekly cycle will play out. But if the weekly cycles are down and we're just going to be going sideways here in this range for a couple of months, then that could also play out. Or, you know, Bitcoin could just ignore the weekly cycles and do what it's going to do. Let's look at our simple glance on our Tom D mark. Now our ninth monthly candle just kicked in, which is June. So let's see if July is going to be ugly. We got a MACD crossover on the monthly. So maybe there's going to be a little turn here. We're on the monthly area where you don't want to be buying long. You want to just start trimming your position or locking in some profits. Linear regression channel always keeps the greedy pigs in check. So you want to start locking in some profits. If I was long from here, I would have gone out right here. At actually, at 72, I would have gone out because it already hit my price objective in regards to the linear regression channel. But you do what you got to do. If you think we're going to the moon, then just stay long. But I'm just showing you already that you got Tom D mark, TD9 on the monthly. You got linear. You got a MACD crossover. Weekly cycles already pointing down. So there's a lot of things clustering in that could tell you that, you know what, maybe there's a turn, there's a turn. I don't know. We'll see. What is it? The halving, that halving stuff that everybody was excited about even got me. I bought, what was it? I bought the Ethereum futures and that didn't really do anything. I got out on a pop and just been watching it. But looking at the weekly, linear regression channels are pointing up. This would probably be a good area. If you think that we're going to go lower, this would probably be a good area to accumulate. If you're thinking that it's going to hold. You got the SMA that is finding support at 64. It bounced up to 20. Here's the 50. If it goes down, this could be a possible target. In this area right here, you're above the cloud, so it's bullish. On all time frames, it's very bullish, trending higher, just consolidating here. Waiting to break up or break down. You're above the value. Where are we? You're hovering around value area high. This is the point of control within 5 years, and the MACD is still negative. On the daily, you are below the 20, trying to stay above the 50, which is 65. You're above it right now. This is a strong level, 65. And you got the linear regression channel right here that if it does another push lower, this would probably be the area on the shorter time frame if you're thinking we're going to bounce. If I was, if it was me, I'd wait at least to, towards the end of June, maybe July, because that's where some of the daily cycles are starting to turn and go positive. But you got the 100 SMA right here. And it looks like maybe there's a potential bounce. Like the daily looks like it wants to turn over here. So it could be a dead cat bounce, find support, then really bounce, or maybe this is it right here. So you have to just kind of watch price action. And it's above the strong level of 65, 66. So that's the simple glance. Let's look at the midpoint chart. And so far, the mobiles is just telling you, is like, man, it could probably turn, but it's going sideways. Finding support, overextended, so you're above the purple pivot. On the yearly, above the midpoint, so that's good. On the monthly, it's a little different. You're finding support at the point of midpoint, which is 64. So it's just, it doesn't want to crack this level, but if it does, it's going to be strong. And it looks like it maybe wants to turn here. So it's just very tricky with all the stuff I've been showing you. But so far, this is a strong level right here because this is your 50% from previous month. And so far, this is holding. And on the 4 hour, you have a PPS buy signal. So it looks like it wants to, after this whole sell off, it maybe wants to now grind higher. You're above the 50 moving average, above the 200. So that low was 64. Yep. So yeah, so maybe it wants to trend higher. As long as you don't close below 65.49, I think it was, which is this right here. I think you should be good, 65.48. We close below that in the US session, chances are it wants to test 64.080. But so far it's looking good here. And on the 4 hour, it's looking good. It looks like it wants to start pushing higher. Maybe possible targets your midpoint right here of 67.92. And once it closes above there, I guess, for the week, you could probably, if you could close above there, I mean, we only, Thursday? We got one more day. Yeah. Target would probably be here. Worst, another one would probably be the 75%, which is 69.24. I think that's it for me for Bitcoin. This is just important level right here. Keep an eye on that and see if this holds. But so far, it looks like it wants to push higher from here. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on Bitcoin.